I just got the mail, and the capacitors that I was ordering for one particular build aren't the ones that I ordered. You see, I misplaced a decimal point. Instead of a 0.003, I ordered 0.033. I got 10 of them. So here's the fun part. I did a little bit of research online with these little green drops. And what I learned is for guitars that are muddy with one capacitor or tinny with the other, you can swap that out for these and they'll actually improve your sound. The other thing that I bought is B roll-offs instead of A roll-offs. So instead of having a nice little curve that we're used to on most of our tone pots, they're linear. It's a straight line. So it should be really cool to see how they go. So the question is, what guinea pig guitar am I going to use for this? What guitar needs less bass? I have an idea. Today's myth is that I know what I'm doing.
I have a very capable friend of mine that thinks he knows what he's doing most of the time. And I think I benefit from not having a clue most times. Take the guitar that you see in the picture right now, the Vox SDC-1. I had no idea what I was doing when I ordered it. I didn't know what purpose it was going to serve, only that it was a little guitar that I didn't have. And what I ended up doing was making it the Bisonic Vox, adding an extra pickup to the neck. I didn't know how to do that. I figured it out. I added a 3-position switch. I didn't know how to do that. I figured it out. And I figure that whenever it comes time to try something that I don't know what to do, when I truly don't know what I'm doing, for some reason I always seem to find my way back to this little guitar that's now known as Little Goldie. And that's kind of where we begin today.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut these strings and take them off. Right now I've got Slinky 10s on here, and most of the time for stable tuning I tune it up to G. So that's going to be the first problem that I'm going to address, and I'm going to address that by actually going back to the factory 12s. So I'm going to put 12s on it. Hopefully that'll give me E to E tuning and be somewhat stable. Now, if I don't like them, that may be a good thing, because I may decide I don't necessarily like this capacitor that I'm going to put on the tone switch. So if you're keeping track at home, this guitar will not only have been modified to include an extra mini humbucking pickup and a 3-position LP style switch, but it'll also have a different capacitor on the tone knob. So it could give me very much a different sound. So in one respect, I'm going back to the way it was while completely changing it, because that's kind of what I do.
Now, throughout this process, there are going to be a lot of jumps and cuts, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit to show you a little bit better of what I'm doing. But I'm going to include everything that took place right up until I had the pick guard back on the guitar. Taking it apart and putting on the new capacitor, even though I'd never done it before, still took about 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure that I could do it in less time now that I've done it before, but one of the things that I've noticed is if I rush things, I tend to drop the screwdrivers, I tend to put divots in the body, I tend to make pretty much a royal mess out of it. That's usually when I skip the grounding problems or end up putting the strings on wrong. Yeah, did you know you can do that? Well, you can.
All right, that's the wee beastie that we're going to work with. We're going to pull that off and put a new one in its place. But it would probably be easier if we took the pot out. So,
one of the biggest myths is that there's something magical about these, that there's something that you really shouldn't disturb by taking it apart. It's pretty much a very simple machine now that someone else has invented it. The real trick is just not making the same mistakes over and over and over again, or at least making them so consistently that whenever you do make them, you can say, oh yeah, I remember how to fix this.
Now the secret is we're going to just pop this off here. Pop this off of this post and off the back of the pot.
The fact that I haven't burned myself to the point where I've needed emergency room attention continues to amaze me with these things. But it simply is a matter of 2 points of contact with the capacitor that's in the guitar and removing it without ruining anything that's around it. And you also want to try to leave everything in as good a condition as possible so that you can simply reattach the new capacitor to the same spot.
Let's make my angle a little more severe there. All right. Just stick that there to hold it for a second. While I grab some more of the shiny stuff.
And that's it, y'all. That's all it takes to make that difference in a capacitor. You simply unhook 2 soldered points on the back of that tone knob and then put the new one on, reconnecting it exactly the same. If you use the one that's there, it'll even show you how to trim it so that the wires fit easily and it looks almost factory, unless you're like me and drip a ton of solder around. And now comes the important part.
Volume down, plugged in. Oh, volume up, sorry. No noise. Rear pickup. All right, volume's working. It's doing something. As for how it sounds, we'll know that in a bit. I'm going to turn this off now because as long as I've got her apart, I'm going to go ahead and give her a bit of a spa day. All right, for starters, the 12s. Really seem to really have improved the tuning stability even right after the string change. It actually feels, sounds the same. I like the linear pop better. I can't really hear a difference frequency-wise in the response. My memory's not that good. But I like the gradual roll on of the treble dropping out. it seems like it gives me more usable tones. So that may have started another myth, but ultimately what it boils down to is, I think this myth is busted. You don't have to know, I think this superstition has been cast aside. You don't have to know what you're doing in order to do stuff. Do need to stretch the strings though. Oh. Ooh.
It's very difficult to tell the subtle difference of a linear tone knob versus the one with the scoop. So I'm going to put it through my regular rig, same tone settings all the way through. The only thing I'm going to do is switch pickups and adjust the tone knob in small increments.